Okay, so if you want to decorate your own notebook, you are going to need a few different materials. You are going to want your composition notebook, of course, some glue or some tape, scissors, some clear contact paper to protect all of the stuff that you actually put on your notebook. It'll make it look like your notebook is laminated. And then some stuff to actually decorate your notebook with. I'm going to be cutting stuff out of these Science World magazines and Scholastic. So these are magazines that are recycled that we've already read. We already read the articles in them, so we're going to use those. You can use pictures, you can use stickers, you can use anything that you have on hand. You can even print stuff from online. So the very first step will be to pick some images or words to actually decorate your notebook with. I have this picture of my daughters that I'm going to be using on the back of my cover. It's nice and big and it's really cute. It's a Snapchat picture. And then I'm going to be looking for some words, some science words or pictures from here to actually cut out and use on the notebook. So I'm going to go through these magazines and pick out some things that kind of stand out to me that have to do with my personality and that I like and that have to do with science that I would like to include on my notebook. Okay, so I cut out a few different things. The word science, YouTube, inspired by nature. I've got the girl in my pictures I wanted to include. I found the letters for my last name, Balut. You could find the letters actually to say anything that's school appropriate. A couple other pictures of things that stood out to me. So now I'm going to decide how I want to arrange them on my notebook, and I'm just going to stick them on there with glue. I don't really have to use that much glue. I'm just going to hold them in place until I get them to be secured with the contact paper. So I'm just going to play around a little bit with the placement of how I want them. So see how everything kind of works out. So see how everything kind of fits on here. Maybe I want to bring this one down, cover up that thing in the middle. See if I can get it there. Maybe I want to move this dinosaur up there. This sleeping guy a little bit there. And kind of see, you know, what I can put where. And I'm going to just secure everything with a little dab of glue once I like where it is at. Just to hold it where it's at. So I'm going to get everything glued down onto the notebook. Alright, so this is what my decorated notebook looks like, and it's fine and dandy like this, but because these are just glued on, they wouldn't actually stay on there very well. So I'm going to be wrapping this notebook with the clear contact paper. The contact paper, you're using the clear side, grid side down. And you just want to make sure that you have a little bit longer than your notebook. And this is actually the length that you need, so it's really perfect. Your mom might have this contact paper. She might use it in her drawers in the kitchen. So I'm just going to go a little bit longer here and a little bit longer there. And I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to peel the contact paper. And it's going to be sticky, so you'll have to work fast on this part. But you'll want to take it so that you're going to work with the front side first, the cover. And you'll want to go over a little bit on the front edge first. And you want to go a little bit extra. And you just want to make sure that you don't get any air bubbles. So put it down flat. And then you can either go towards you or away from you, but you just want to make sure that you're keeping everything nice and flat so that you don't get any air bubbles. And if you get air bubbles, it's okay. You just shouldn't rip it up and down once you put it down because it'll rip your pictures off. Yeah, just hold on a second, Luke. Give me a minute, okay? So once you get to the edge, then just take your notebook and flip it over and see why I said half of it's going to be the perfect size is because it's going to go over to the back side too. And if you didn't want to decorate your back of your notebook, that's okay. You can just choose to decorate the front. It'll still work, but it's easier actually if you just wrap the front and the back all in one time, because if you only wrap half of it, it'll come up. And then just make sure it's flat. Flatten it out. And then in order to wrap it, you're going to want to trim here, here, and then the corners as well. We can trim the corners when you open it because mine is starting to stick together. So once you open it up, I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the corners so we can actually fold it in. Now you're just going to kind of fold it like a present. Fold, fold, fold. Do the same thing to the front. So I'm just going to cut off the corners so we don't have a lot of excess bulk. Fold. It doesn't matter which side you fold in first, they'll all fold into each other. Fold and fold, and then you'll see that your notebook actually still looks the same. Now it just has everything protected on there. So it's still clear, but all your stuff that you glued on there is all protected.